There are so few Jedi left. She's coming.
Our enemies are multiplying. The galaxy is not safe. I could use the help.
It's now or never. Once a rebel, always a rebel.
Hunt them down.
This is where it gets interesting.
Get ready. Ready.
Ready.
Ahsoka, 2-episode premiere August 23rd, only on Disney+.
Hello there.
This is where the fun begins.
What's up, guys? Unofficial Star Wars here. Hope you're all doing well, and in this video we have a super exciting update here for the Ahsoka Tano show. We actually have official images showcasing several of the characters that are set to appear here in the upcoming Disney Plus show, guys. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna hop right on into it. All of these by which are coming from Empire Magazine and their overall article and magazine issue there as well. Our first images is, well, you guessed it, it's Ahsoka herself. She appears to be at the temple ruins that we see throughout the trailer, the official trailer for the show, and she seems to be maybe discussing, negotiating with somebody as she has her saber towards somebody as if she was about to behead them or execute them, but is negotiating not to, almost like a hostage type of situation or something like that, but that's just a wild guess. Anyway, an amazing look, an amazing still at the character. Our next one would be of Sabine Wren. We actually have seen this one before, but this one's much better quality. Sabine with the shorter hair that we'll presumably see a little bit later on in the show. The first couple of episodes she'll probably have the longer hair before she decides that she wants to go on a journey with Ahsoka and kind of get the Ghost crew back together from Star Wars Rebels. And we also see that she has her Mandalorian armor on there as well that we saw in Rebels. Same thing honestly goes for this next image here, which is also new. We have Sabine. We saw her riding that speeder bike in the newest trailer for the Ahsoka show. This will probably be from one of the first 2 episodes of the show, I actually believe, as well. As I had mentioned kind of before, she decides that she wants to go on this adventure to reassemble the Ghost crew and kind of go with whatever after Ahsoka Tano is going after. I have kind of discussed it in and out of videos here on the channel, but it really seems that the primary thing here with the Ahsoka series is that they are on the search for Ezra Bridger and Thrawn to stop everything that's going on with Thrawn rekindling the Empire and bringing that back into the galaxy. However, as for Sabine Wren, her big motivation behind it, from what we are seeing from different teases and just from the trailer alone, is that it seems that her primary motivation behind supporting what Ahsoka is doing, going after Thrawn and looking for Ezra Bridger, is to find Ezra Bridger, because they do have a close bond and are quite close friends that we see in the animated show. There's definitely going to be quite a bit going on between Ahsoka and Sabine that we have seen from the trailers and from the teases from the cast and crew members of the show as well, so I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how all of that goes and how that all unfolds. Our next new still is from the late Ray Stevenson, who unfortunately passed away a couple of months ago, who's playing Baylan in the Ahsoka series. He isn't necessarily a Sith, but isn't necessarily a Jedi. We do know that recently was revealed that he is actually a survivor of Order 66, those events during Revenge of the Sith. They aren't actually described either as like gray Jedi, actually, surprisingly, either, for those of you that know about them. They do have the orange lightsabers. It's very notable that they are supposed to be orange and not red, but we'll definitely learn a lot about not only Baylan but also his apprentice Shin Hati, which, as our next image, our next still here, is of Baylan's apprentice Shin Hati. She also has that orange lightsaber, as I had mentioned, isn't a Jedi necessarily, isn't a Sith. I don't believe her to be old enough to have been alive during the events of the prequel trilogy or Order 66. Seeing that the Mandoverse for when the Ahsoka show is taking place is right alongside when the Mandalorian season 3 is taking place, she looks roughly maybe the same age, maybe even a little bit younger than Luke Skywalker, who's around, I want to say, in his early 20s. I could be wrong about that, so let me know in the comment section down below. Anyway, she's a Force-sensitive user and has been brought up by Baylan, not as a Jedi, not as a Sith, somewhere in between, not necessarily a gray Jedi. Like I mentioned, we still have a lot to learn about both of these characters. Our next new image still is of Ahsoka and the protocol droid Hugh Yang, as seen in the Star Wars The Clone Wars animated show. Hugh Yang is going to be playing an important role, and it has sparked a lot of different fan theories of by which I would love to discuss and talk about here on the channel. All the more reason to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. But Hugh Yang is important because he is from the Clone Wars animated show, as I had mentioned, and his role as a protocol droid is to help Padawan Jedi construct and build their own lightsabers, and that's exactly what he did in the Clone Wars episodes. So having him in the Ahsoka series sparks a lot of different fan speculation that maybe Ahsoka has a Padawan, which would be Jason Syndulla. We also know that she has kind of trained, at least with lightsaber combat, Sabine Wren. We know that Sabine Wren isn't force sensitive, but she does appear to be using Ezra Bridger's green lightsaber in the Ahsoka trailer, so that's going to be insane. And also the fact of that she is trained a little bit from Ahsoka, and she's also had training from Kanan Jarrus, as seen in the Star Wars Rebels animated show with the Darksaber. As if for the ship that they're actually in here together, I'm assuming that this would be Ahsoka's Jedi T6 shuttle. For one, the cockpit looks exactly like it, and it's getting a Lego set that includes both Ahsoka and Hugh Yang, so it's kind of a given. Our second to last image is of a Lothcat, as it is presumably probably Sabine Wren's. It looks exactly like her in the image. We also see a Lothcat sitting next to her in the trailer, so it's kind of a given. We also know that she is on the planet of Lothal, which is the home world of Ezra Bridger, and is seen a lot throughout Star Wars Rebels as well. So it does appear that Sabine has been kind of just living life on Lothal and has herself a cute little Lothcat as a pet. Our last image is probably the greatest one. It is the legendary Dave Filoni with the legendary Rosario Dawson, who is of course playing Ahsoka in live action, as seen in The Mandalorian Season 2, later to be seen in the Book of Boba Fett of course. Dave Filoni having been the creator of Ahsoka as a character ever since the Star Wars The Clone Wars animated show and movie. He is also the one that is responsible for directing and writing the episodes that Ahsoka does appear in The Mandalorian Season 2 and the Book of Boba Fett. Nothing too much to the image though itself, it's just a director being a director, giving out directions, but it is insanely so cool to see the creator of this character, seeing the character brought into live action. She now has her own show. Of course, I've mentioned this in and out of videos here on the channel with the Ahsoka series, having grown up with the character of Ahsoka, having grown up with the Star Wars Rebels characters even in the animated show, and seeing that brought into live action has been insanely cool and heartwarming, I think, at that, and is going to be very awesome. I don't really think words can describe it. I'm not ready for it, but I'm ready for it. Like Ahsoka can't come soon enough. Premiering on August 23rd with a 2-episode premiere only on Disney+. Those first 2 episodes also, as a hinter for something that I plan to discuss in our next video, is going to span for about an hour and 36 minutes in total runtime for both of those episodes together. I'm so pumped up for it, guys. Let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. I would love to hear what you guys are all thinking, what you want to see with the Ahsoka Disney+ show in the comment section down below. Some of your fan theories as well. I love to hear those. Guys, thanks so much for watching today's video. Of course, this has been an official Star Wars. I'll catch you guys in the next one. May the Force be with you as always. Peace out.